They burned my wheat field to the ground, so I took them to court myself. The morning started with a smell I'll never forget: singed earth and gasoline. I parked at the edge of my property and walked into what used to be a sea of gold. Now it was a bed of black ash stretching to the tree line, smoke still curling in slow, bitter ribbons. My boots crunched over something half-melted. I bent down and picked it up, a warped HOA sign twisted by the heat. That sign didn't belong there. My land sat half a mile past the subdivision's limit. Agricultural zoning, not residential. The HOA had no authority here. Yet the smell of fuel told me someone had made sure my harvest never made it to the mill. I was 1 week away from cutting the best crop my family had seen in 10 years. My neighbor came walking up the gravel lane, hat in hand. "Saw her out here last night," he said quietly. "The HOA lady said you were violating landscaping rules. I told her this wasn't even her jurisdiction." I stared out over the charred soil. "She'll regret stepping foot on this property." That afternoon, I started collecting everything: photos of the scorched rows, videos of the melted sign, drone shots of tire tracks leading straight from her cul-de-sac to my gate. I pulled the deed from my safe, the one that clearly marked the boundary line. I even bagged a few soil samples that reeked of gasoline. When the fire marshal came, he barely needed convincing. "Intentional burn," he said. The sheriff followed with a tire mold kit. 2 days later, he called. "Matches her SUV exactly." The HOA board tried to wash their hands clean. They posted a statement online claiming it must have been a misunderstanding, that she acted on her own initiative. I printed that statement and handed it straight to my lawyer. We filed for arson, crop destruction, trespassing, and attempted insurance fraud after she tried to claim community maintenance damages. A week later, I walked into court in clean jeans and a borrowed jacket. Across the aisle, the HOA president sat pale and tight-lipped. The judge read through the file, flipping one page after another. When her attorney tried to argue jurisdiction, the judge raised a hand. "This land is agricultural. The HOA has no standing here." He refused to dismiss a single charge. The restitution figure made her flinch. It covered every bushel I'd lost, plus legal fees and punitive damages. Then came the restraining order. She couldn't come within 500 feet of my property again. Outside the courthouse, reporters swarmed her. She gave no comment. I drove home along the county road as the sun dropped behind the silos, lighting the horizon in gold again. The new wheat would grow next season. Her name, though, burned into every legal record in the county. I consider revenge taken.